Hello dear students, welcome back. This 2 marks question is from GATE 2008 exam. But before discussing this question, I like to discuss a small topic, that is scope of a variable. So what is scope of a variable? Suppose we are talking about a variable that is declared as an integer and its name is I. How can I find its scope or existence? For finding scope, just see what is the block in which I is declared. That means find the innermost pair of curly brackets. So scope of I is this block. Okay. I is declared at this line and I will be deleted at this line. Okay. So for all of these lines, I has some existence. That means there will be some memory location which is called I and can store integers. So if I write I is equal to 4 here, this is valid. That means to this memory location we are assigning a value 4. But if I write I is equal to 4 here, this is invalid because at this line only I will be deleted. Okay. Now let's discuss few more points. What will happen if I start a new block like this? Now, if I write I is equal to 4 here and I declare this variable I once again. Now, what will happen? Is this an error? I've declared I here and here as well. First thing is this is not an error because both of the variables they are different, as this I has scope from here to here and this I, because it is declared inside this block, hence it will have scope from here to here. So both of these variables they are different. But the confusion is to which of these variables am I trying to assign value for? For resolving this confusion, always look in the innermost block first. So first look in this block. See, this line, we have used variable I in this block. So look in this block first. Preference will be given to the innermost block. We can find a variable declared with the same name. So this I means this memory location. Okay. What if you cannot find any variable declared in the innermost block? Go into one outer block. Okay. Come one level out. That means this block. Can you find any variable I that is declared? Yeah, you can find. Now this I will be resolved to this declaration. Okay. What if you cannot find any I in this block also? Do the same thing. Come to one outer block. That means maybe there is some block like this. Then look in these brackets. Maybe some I is declared here. What if no I is still found? Then you can come out of all the brackets one by one, level by level. Come out of all the brackets and maybe you can find some I that is globally declared. Okay. That may have scope throughout the program. Okay. That is what we call a global variable. So maybe we are talking about that I. But if you cannot find any I in global scope also, then this line will be an error because this variable name cannot be resolved to any declaration. Okay. Now with these basics, let's start this question. One thing that I want to specify is if I have declared a variable here, once you see these brackets, this variable, it will be deleted. Okay. Now let's start this one. So in this question, you are trying to declare two variables, int I and j. First of all, find the scope of these variables. So they are declared in this block. So its scope will be from here to here. Okay. So let me just declare these variables. They are called I and j. So this is I, this is j. In next line, we are trying to declare an array named A that has 8 elements and all of these 8 elements, they are integers. Suppose this is array A. So index goes from 0 to 7, that is total 8 elements. Okay. And those are the values that are initialized in these 8 locations. Next line is a for loop. Initialize expression is I is equal to 0. That means to a variable called I, we are trying to assign a value 0. Loop condition is I is less than 3. Yeah, 0 is less than 3. Condition is true. That means come inside the loop. So body of loop will be executed. A of I is equal to a of I plus 1. That means a of 0 is equal to a of 0 plus 1. First solve RHS. What is a of 0 plus 1? 1 plus 1, that is 2. RHS is 2. 2 is assigned to this location. That means to a of 0 assign a value 2. That is this change. Okay. Next line is I plus plus. So I now becomes 1. Now see, body of loop has been completely executed. After this, you need to execute update expression I plus plus. That means I becomes 2. Next line is loop condition. 2 is still less than 3. Condition is true. That means you will enter the body of loop. So a of I is equal to a of I plus 1, which means a of 2, this location has to be updated. What has to be saved here? We need to save a of 2 plus 1. So find a of 2 plus 1. That is 3 plus 1, which is 4. Save 4 here only. Like this. Next line is I plus plus. 2 now becomes 3. Okay. Then after executing this one, again execute update expression, which is I plus plus only. I becomes 4. Now you can see condition of the loop will evaluate to false because 4 is not less than 3. Because condition is false, you will come out of this loop and you have to execute the next line, which is I minus minus. I again becomes 3 only. See, now you have written I here. To resolve this variable name, you need to look inside this innermost scope. Okay. For this line, innermost scope or block is this one. For this line, innermost scope is this one. First look in these two brackets for resolving this I. Because you cannot find any variable declared with this name, then go for one outer level. Okay. So this one will be resolved to this I, as well as this I is resolved to this I. Now let's execute the next line. For loop initializes j with the value 7. Condition is j is greater than 4. Yeah, 7 is greater than 4. So execute the body of loop. Body of loop is trying to declare a variable called I. Now please don't say it is an error. Okay, see, scope is different. This I and this I, they are different because their scope is different. So declare one more variable named I, which is different from the I that is declared earlier. See, both of these variables, they are declared inside main function only. They have same name, still they are different. Okay. The value that is assigned to this I is j divided by 2. J is 7. 7 divided by 2 means 3.5. But assign 3 to I only because I is an integer. So we have to neglect the decimal part. You cannot assign 3.5 to any integer typed variable. Okay. Next line is a of I is equal to a of I minus 1. That means a of 3. So a of 3 is this location. We have to update it and we have to save a of 3 minus 1 at this place. What is a of 3 minus 1? 4 minus 1, that is 3. So it is updated to 3 like this. Now you have executed the body of loop. It's time to execute update expression j minus minus. J becomes 6. Then check the condition. 6 is greater than 4. So condition is true. Again enter the body of loop. First line is I is equal to j by 2. See, one point that I forgot. Once you come inside the loop, execute this body completely, this I has to be deleted. Okay, because this block has ended. Now this I is deleted. Then we have executed update expression. So j was 7, then it became 6. Because j minus minus means 7 minus 1. It is 6. Then we check the condition. Again we are entering body of loop. Again we have to execute this block. Now this block is executed. That means we have to declare a new variable I. For previous iteration of the loop, whatever I was declared, it has been deleted in that iteration only. This is a new variable called I. Okay. Value assigned to it is j by 2. That means 6 by 2, that is 3. Then a of 3 is equal to a of 3 minus 1. That means this value now becomes 2. Okay. Now this body is completely executed. That means you have seen this ending curly bracket. So all the variables declared in this scope have to be deleted. So this is deleted. Okay. Now go for update expression of this loop, that is j minus minus, so it becomes 5. This is true, so declare a variable called I, assign 5 by 2 to I. So 5 by 2 means 2, I is 2. Then this line says a of 2 is equal to a of 2 minus 1. So this value now becomes 3, okay. Then come to update expression, j will become how much? 4, which means this time the condition will evaluate to false. 4 is greater than 4 is false, so come out of this loop. That is, this last line has to be executed. Printf %d I comma a of I. So this I will be printed on this %d, and this this a of I will be printed on place of that %d. What is the value of I? First of all, resolve this I. This I will be resolved to innermost brackets. That means these one. Inside these brackets, you have declared this variable I. Okay, that means this one. It is how much? 3. So 3 is printed. What is a of I? Similarly, this I is also resolved to this variable, that is that 3. So what is a of 3? A of 3 is currently 2. So what will be printed? 2. That means this is the output and this is also the answer to this question. Answer is 3, 2. Okay.